Kyosho Mad Force Kruiser VE 2.0. So this is what it looks like after about a minute of runtime. I usually like to show you guys a little bit of driving footage, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do that this time because after about a minute that happened. If you look at the left front, you can see the axle tube's broken and you can see some steering pieces hanging out of the wheel. And I wasn't even beating on this thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had every intent on beating the snots out of this thing, but I figured I would just do a little bit of like warm-up driving, get a feel for it before I start filming it and, you know, go off some crazy jumps. And like I said, I wasn't even beating on it. I just took a turn with it and the axle tube snapped. And so I was kind of bummed out. I was a little disappointed because I always wanted one of these Mad Forces. I mean, these things have almost like a cult following. And I don't know if that's just because it's an 8th scale with solid axles and a cool looking body. And having a cool name like Mad Force helps it out too a bit, I'm sure. But there's been a lot of revisions over the years, because Mad Force is an old platform. Like, they used to have a Twin Force, which is twin motors, and now it's brushless. And this thing is fast, and it comes with good electronics and everything, and it handled well. Suspension wasn't the greatest. It was a little oversprung, a little bouncy, but still it was fast, and it didn't want to flip. And when I was first ripping it around, I'm like, man, this thing blows away the axle SMT10 stock, and then that axle broke. But to be honest with you, I don't really think that it broke because it's a poorly built truck. I think that for it to break that easily, there had to have been like a imperfection in the plastic, because it just, like I said, I wasn't even hard on it at all, and it just snapped right off during a turn. So, you know, these things happen. I mean, it's just plastic. I don't know exactly how it's made, but there could have been an imperfection. So I'll probably fix it and give it another chance. And suspension's kind of weird. It's a 2-link suspension. It gets its articulation from flexing the trailing arms. But whatever, I mean, it works. It handles well. And steering system's kind of weird on this thing. Let me take the body off and show you what it's all about. Again, you can see right here the broken pieces. So that's the weird steering setup, which is now broken. If you take a look, there's a chassis mounted servo, and a drag link goes to a bell crank, which is also a servo saver, and then it goes back to the axle, which the steering bell cranks, it has one on each trailing arm, and those things are tiny. They're like little matchsticks. So like, I don't know what Kyosho's thinking. I mean, it's 2017, almost 2018, and that's the best they can come up with. I don't know, that's pretty lame. And you can also see the transmission, which is kind of unique. It's chain driven, but to be honest with you, I kind of like that. And it's unique. I've never really had another truck that used a setup like that. And but whatever. So like I said, I'll fix this thing up and give it another chance. And like I said, I always wanted one, so I really had high expectations for this thing. I wanted to see it do good. And also the battery box broke too. So I don't know, right off this thing just doesn't seem that durable. But you know, it's an old platform and whatever. It's the only 8th scale solid axle 4-wheel drive monster truck that I know of. If you take a look, you can see the motor mounts. It still has provision for a second motor from when this used to be called the Twin Force. So if I fix this thing and it does prove to be durable, I could definitely see a second motor and second speed control finding its way in this thing. The chassis is pretty cool. It's got metal side plates, aluminum, and it's just very simple and basic. And that's why I thought it'd be more durable than what it was, but guess not. Pretty good size shocks. They're plastic, but you know, they're still pretty good size, so I could see an upgrade there. And again, this thing was pretty oversprung. It was very bouncy. It kind of looked like the old 80s monster trucks. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Should I keep this thing, build it up, or just scrap it? And I mean, I guess it could be a good donor truck. I could see that. I could see that motor and transmission going into something else. I don't know, maybe like my Tamiya TXT2. It might be a pretty good upgrade for that. So take care, good night, like and subscribe. And again, let me know what you think about these things in the comment section, because I don't know too much about them. So if any of you had good luck or know of any modifications, let me know. Take care, good night.